Hi, it's the Vedic Astrology New Moon Forecast for August 21st, 2017, a solar eclipse. Hi, how are you doing? We are at the brink of a big old solar eclipse, the big one they've been amping up now for a while, the Great American Solar Eclipse as they call it. It's going to be on August 21st, this coming Monday, from 9:05 a.m. till about 11:37 a.m. Pacific time, so just about an hour and a half window on Monday morning. And if you're on the East Coast, it will be running into the afternoon. So this is a big deal, a once-in-a-lifetime event for people, especially if you're going to be in the path of totality, the dark part of the shadow. So in Vedic astrology, generally eclipses are not seen as auspicious events. In fact, it is advised that you stay away from eclipse shadows and not commit to do anything or make hasty decisions around this time. Eclipses, astrologically, signify turning points often, change, transformation. Often things get to a breaking point. Sometimes there's crisis even. There's a rapid acceleration of growth and change that can feel quite stirring, quite agitating. And in this particular solar eclipse, we will have the north node of the moon called Rahu. In Vedic astrology, we call this Rahu, the head of the snake that causes eclipses, the shadow demon, Rahu. He is connected to ego and desire, appetite, and power. He's a great being of change and innovation in the world of Maya, an illusion that we live in. Now, Rahu is also happening to be on the very edge of the sign of Leo right now. This is in the sidereal zodiac. So in Vedic astrology, Rahu is in a very edgy place, moving backwards into Cancer. And in this zone they call the Gandanta, between a fire and a water sign. This is considered to be a very unstable and difficult kind of place, very unpredictable in many ways. Now, that does not mean that we have to herald this, eclipse as some kind of sign of the apocalypse or of a great war. But it is often eclipses do stir up forces that are latent or sort of being swept under the rug. So if there are tensions or things that are being ignored or left neglected, they will come up now and action will need to be taken. This on a personal level can be seen in many ways depending on how the eclipse is aspecting your natal chart. Now, I did a 2-hour webinar class just on this and the eclipse and the Vedic astrological interpretation of these eclipses, especially the Great American Solar Eclipse that we're having coming up, and how it aspects your Vedic chart, so for your Vedic sign. So if you are interested in how this eclipse affects you on a personal level, click below and check out how you can get that web class. It's easy and very, very interesting. Now, this solar eclipse is going to be in the Vedic lunar sign, or the nakshatra of Magha. Magha nakshatra. Magha is one of these very powerful stars, one of the 4 cardinal power stars of the sky, Magha is basically the star Regulus, who is sitting in the heart of Leo the lion. So the constellation of Leo, the star right at his chest. Regulus is the throne star, the throne of kings. And Regulus is connected to power, politics, especially aristocracies, and also generosity. Magha, magnanimous, magnificent Magha. Magha is also the U.S. president's rising birth star. So he is Magha. And so this eclipse is also affecting the United States president on a personal, physical level, even. You could say that there is a great tie here right now in what is happening politically to the United States and this eclipse. So there's a great deal of change afoot. And you can see already, you know, they say you can see the effects of eclipses sometimes years in advance, and especially 6 months prior to the land that it crosses. And it's easy to see that in the last 6 months, there's been a great deal of change and socio-political, out-of-the-box experiences, the kind of thing that Rahu and the ego-driven desire to break through, accelerate through all sorts of taboos or preconceptions. Now, this is really why it's often seen as a malefic, this energy. It's too fast and too liberal, too wild, or too conservative. It's just too much. So these energies that we've been experiencing are extreme. They take us to the polar edges of what we're used to. Magha is also connected to the ancestor spirits, the Pitris, they call them. In Vedic astrology, these are the spirits that you worship and give respect to, and that through their blessings they give guidance and prosperity in your life. So this is a time we can really drop into connecting to the spirit world, the world beyond. But also, in general, solar eclipses are excellent times for doing your sadhana, your spiritual practice, if you have one, meditating, whatever it is, just being mindful, prayer, positive thinking, visualization. Try to keep yourself in a positive atmosphere through the solar eclipse. So this is quite an exciting time. The eclipse is pushing us to the edge. Many of us probably in one area or another in our life. Big turning points can be had. Major breakthroughs can happen. Just stay away from extremely volatile situations or taking big risks. Try to remain quiet and calm and focused. Also, with the added influence of Mars very close to this eclipse, there is a lot more volatility and aggression. And as well, there's Mercury retrograde thrown in the fray. The two of them really creating a lot of possibility for miscommunication, misunderstanding that can lead to conflict. So just remain as simple as you can with your communications, quiet, receptive, and focus on your spiritual practice. Okay, so let's take a look at what the Tarot is going to say for this solar eclipse, the Great American Solar Eclipse in Magha, coming this Monday. Cool. So the first card is the Three of Wands. Exalted sun energy. It's a lot of creative energy, actually. Leo, the heart of the lion, is the where Magha sits. Leo is a very creative place in the zodiac, and creativity is all about inspiration, right? It's about mixing up and cooperating and sharing your ideas with others and being of service to others as well. In what you have to offer from a very honest and in a way from a vulnerable place as well. So, and the next card is the Wheel of Fortune. So the cards here are, I don't think we have to worry about anything really terrible happening right now. You know, there's a lot of fear around. So there's been a lot of fear and anxiety around these eclipses because they are intense energies. But they are also part of the natural cycles of creativity and change. And so you can slough off what is old and clean out what is stagnant. So you can be of more true from your heart, the solar place of creativity and honest connection and joy that you get from really reaching out and offering what it is you are. So this is a very positive reading for the solar eclipse. There's a sort of promise here of protection. Check it out. The place of true connection and creativity comes from a simple and unguarded place. Change is necessary to purify so that we can be free to move from that place. Look out and see what you can do. What can you offer? What is lost is later what is gained to what is lost again. It is not what you have, but what you have given. That is the true worth, from the true point deep inside. That is the true worth of what we are doing here. Fabulous. Cool. So thank you for coming and watching the Anandashri Astrology New Moon Forecast for the solar eclipse, the Great American Solar Eclipse. If you would like to know more about how this time of change is affecting you on a personal level, take a look at my 2-hour webinar class. It is really special. It's something I put together, put a lot of energy into it, and you can find out a forecast for your Vedic sign. Just click below, and I will try to make a connection point somewhere over there too. But check out the YouTube window for the link if you don't see it. And I'm also available for personal one-on-one readings tarot readings, Vedic astrology readings, and be sure to like my stuff. You know, my YouTube channel, you can do it. Like it. And namaste. Have a safe and exciting solar eclipse. If you're watching, make sure you wear glasses and light clothing and an open and peaceful heart. Namaste.